What's going on, everyone? Alex here, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today's video, we are talking about the Canon 35mm f2.8 EFS lens. And the only reason I know about this lens is because I happened to stumble across a channel by the name of TailGate Tinkerer. I'll be sure to put him down in the description below. And this lens gives face detect to the Canon C100 Mark II, which I was like mind blown. I was like, wait, a decently fast lens at f2.8 with face detect on the C100 Mark II? I gotta try this out. How is it that this lens snuck on by C100 Mark II owners? And how is it not on the list of approved lenses for face detect? I have no idea. It actually makes me wonder if there are any other lenses out there that work with the C100 Mark II's face detect. And if you guys know of any, be sure to put them down in the comments below. But today we're talking about the 35mm f2.8 and how is it? Is it sharp? Is it fast with the face detect? That's what we're gonna find out today. And I actually have my R5 going right now. It's using my 50mm STM lens, and I have it at 2.8 as well, and ISO 800, pretty much the same settings as it is on the C100 Mark II. So, and I have face detect on. I turned off eye detect as well. So to try and keep it as, as fair as possible, if you will. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and, move in and out on the C100. So yeah, you see, it's slow. It's a little, there it goes. And then I come back and it's gonna take a bit. I'm looking at the monitor, feel like it's there. So the 35mm f2.8, and it's wide open at f2.8, it's pretty slow. Compared to this right here, this is my 50mm STM lens, but if I move in, I mean, that thing locks on and it moves with me. So the face detect, the dual pixel autofocus, face detect, all that stuff in the C100 Mark II, I think it was like one of the first of its kind. I think the 70D was the official, first one, and then right after the 70D, the C100 Mark II came out, and only certain lenses could have it with the face detect, mainly variable aperture lenses, which kind of sucked, nothing fast. That's why I was very excited to try this lens out. Like my last video over the C200, I used my C100 Mark II with this lens to, use the face detect, and it held up relatively well, but there was one thing that definitely stuck out with this lens. It is not sharp, unfortunately. It is not sharp wide open at all. f2.8, it is not a sharp lens, which, I mean, it's an EFS lens. It's not like an L series lens. It's bound to happen. So I was a little bummed by that. I wish it was just a little sharper at f2.8, but you get what you can with this lens. But with this, the face detect is kind of the thing that kind of bums me out, is that I wish it was a little quicker. It's pretty slow. If I move in again, it's taken, there it goes. It caught onto me, and then I go back out. It's gonna take a bit, probably. I should be in focus now. And I'll be sure to put up the C100 Mark II footage and the R5 footage next to each other so you guys can see how quickly the autofocus is working with the R5 compared to the C100 Mark II. And I should also note that the R5 is filming me in 1080p to keep it fair with the C100 Mark II, since it can only film up to 1080p. So this will be a nice little comparison between the R5's 1080p and the C100 Mark II's 1080p. I only rented this lens for a week through Lens Rentals, so I haven't really had a lot of uses with it. I took it out on a shoot for work, and then I shot my video for YouTube yesterday. I was planning on using it for a short, but I had to change my plans on that. I should note this lens is actually relatively cheap through Lens Rentals, so if you guys want to try this out for yourself, if you're a C100 Mark II owner, try it out for yourself. It's relatively cheap through Lens Rentals. So, and this video is not sponsored by Lens Rentals at all. That's who I use, and that's actually, I think, the only rental house online that had this lens. Like Borrow Lenses didn't have it, Lens Pro To Go didn't have it. So Lens Rentals is the only place that had this lens, because this lens is discontinued. You cannot buy it brand new anywhere, I don't think, unless you're very, very lucky. And if you do buy it brand new, people are selling it for like close to $500, whereas I think through Canon it was like $350 brand new back in the day before it was discontinued. So would I recommend this lens if you're gonna just go ahead and go out and buy it? Me personally, no. I wouldn't recommend this lens. Like I said, at f2.8, it's really soft. And while the face detect is really nice on the C100 Mark II, especially for talking head stuff like this, I mean, I'd still probably recommend, you know, the Sigma 18-35 or the Sigma 50-100 instead, because I know it doesn't have face detect, but the autofocus center point with those lenses are really fast, and those lenses are still really, really sharp, wide open at f1.8. I usually don't shoot that wide open. I usually do, you know, f2 or f2.8. So I'd still recommend those lenses compared to this one, or even the Canon 35mm f2 with IS. It's a USM lens, I believe. I own one of those as well. That's an awesome little prime lens. Still one of my favorite little prime lenses that you can get. So yes, that's what I think about this Canon f2.8 EFS lens. Fun little lens, has face detect on the C100 Mark II, and that's really all it has going for it, in my opinion. But guys, that does it for me on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you aren't already. Tap that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Till next time, shoot to create.